We were discussing question number 4.10 and we have seen that the displacement of the motorist at third turn, magnitude of the displacement and actual path covered, and the ratio of magnitude of displacement to the actual path covered. At the third turn and at the sixth turn we have discussed. Now we will discuss the displacement and total path length covered at the 8th turn. So when the motorist is at 8th turn, so at 8th turn the motorist is at point C. At 8th turn the motorist is at point C. So for finding this is the triangle ABC, we use the triangle law of vector addition. The resultant to find the resultant, and we use the formula. The displacement AC equals to under root of AB square plus BC square plus 2AB into BC, 2AB into BC and cos theta. The angle theta between them is 60 degree. Exterior angle theta is 60 degree. So magnitude of AC equals to AB square plus BC square plus 2AB BC cos 60 degree. And the value of AB is 500. So 500 the square, BC is also 500 and plus 2 into 500 into 500 and cos 60 degree, which is 1/2. So 2 and 2 gets cancelled and we get root over 5, 4 times of 0 plus 25, 4 times of 0 plus 5 into 5, 25 and 4 times of 0. So this will be under root of 75 and 4 times of 0, and its square root is 500 root 3. 500 root 3 in meter. To convert it in kilometer, this becomes divided by 1000. We get root 3 by 2. This is 3 meter. 500 root 3, 500 root 3 meter, which is equals to 500 root 3 upon 1000. This is in kilometer, means it gives root 3 by 2 kilometer. So 500 root 3 meter or root 3 by 2 kilometer. This is the displacement AC. Displacement equals to 500 root 3 meter when the motorist is at point C. Now we find the actual path length covered. When the motorist is at point C, then the actual path length covered. And this will be calculated by the motorist started from point A and then he goes to B, C, D, and in complete revolutions, after a complete revolutions, again he reaches to point C. So 8th turn he has completed at 8th turn. So the actual path length covered, actual path length covered is equals to 500 into 8, means 4000 meter. This is the actual path length covered by a particle. 4000 meter means 4 kilometer. 4 kilometer. Now we have to find the ratio of magnitude of displacement upon actual path length. Actual path length covered. So the magnitude of the displacement was root 3 by 2 kilometer and the actual path length is 4, so we get root 3 upon 8. This is the ratio root 3 upon 8, which is approx 0.22. 0.22. The ratio comes to be 0.2. So this is the displacement and actual path length covered at the 8th turn. Now we calculate the direction. What is the direction of the resultant AC? When the motorist is at the 8th turn, then the direction of resultant AC. So to calculate the direction, determination of direction. Determination of direction. When the motorist is at 8th turn, determination of direction at 8th turn, and the resultant at the 8th turn is AC. So the direction of resultant. So suppose the direction of 8th turn is at angle theta. Let direction of 8th turn. Let direction of 8th turn at an angle theta from the initial position. Let the direction of 8th turn is at an angle theta. Is at an angle theta from the initial position. From the initial position. So we use the formula tan theta, which we have derived from parallelogram law of vector addition. Tan theta equals to P sin theta. Tan alpha or tan theta equals to P sin alpha. Alpha is 60 degree and P means 500. So 500 sin 60 degree. P sin alpha upon P plus Q cos alpha. P 500 plus Q is also 500 and cos alpha means cos 60 degree. Now put the value of 60 degree. Sin 60 degree is root 3 by 2 and 500 plus 500 into cos 60 degree is 1 by 2, which we get 250.
वो प्रश्न हो रहा था
हाँ
वो पूछ रहे कि
हाँ
मैंने मंडे को करेंगे तो आप बोल रहे ना
हाँ
क्या करना
तो मैंने तो देखा क्या आ गया बच्ची वही करती है ऑनलाइन करवाती थी
अच्छा
है ना
तो करा दिया
हाँ मैं भी आके करवा हाँ
और ऑनलाइन में करवा दूँ ना डॉक्यूमेंट क्या मांगे
वो बोली सब कुछ लीजिए ना
हैं
एक बार बोली सब मार्कशीट मांगी
हाँ मैंने पूछा है मैंने व्हाट्सएप कर दो जो जो चाहिए
हाँ
जो जो आपको चाहिए वो व्हाट्सएप कर दो मैं तो आपको व्हाट्सएप कर दूँगा
ठीक
और ऑनलाइन
हाँ ऑनलाइन करवा
ठीक
हाँ
ठीक है
so 500 into root 3 by 2 upon 500 into 1 by 2. So we get 500 root 3 by 2 upon 500 plus 250, which is 750. So 500 root 3 upon 2 into 1 upon 750. So we get 25 2 ja 50, 25 3 ja and 2 cancel. So root 3 by 3, which is written as 1 by root 3. So tan theta equals to 1 by root 3 and 1 by root 3 is written as tan 30 degree. So the angle theta comes to be 30 degree. So the resultant is making an angle theta equals to 30 degree from the initial position. So this question completed. Now next question. We solve question number 4.8. Question number 4.8. In this question, it is given that there are three gulls skating on a circular ice ground of radius 200 meters. There are three gulls skating on a circular ice ground of radius 200 meters. Start from point P. Start from point P. They started from point P and radius is 200 meters. They started from point P on the edge of the ground and reached a point Q diametrically opposite to P. They started from point P and reached to the point Q diametrically opposite to the point P. Following different paths as shown in figure. Following different paths. So A covers the path like this is the path covered by A, this is the path covered by B, and this is the path covered by C. So three gulls followed the path in going from P to Q. Path A, path B, and path C. So we have to find what is the magnitude of the displacement vector of each. For each gull, is this equal to actual path length covered? So displacement of each gull is equals to vector PQ because their initial point is P and their final point is Q. From all these three paths, they reaches to the final position Q. So the displacement for each gull, displacement of each gull is equals to PQ. Displacement of each gull is equals to PQ vector. Displacement of each gull is equals to PQ vector and magnitude of displacement vector equals to magnitude of displacement vector equals to 2 times of magnitude of PQ. 2 times of magnitude of is equals to magnitude of PQ, which is equals to 2 times of the radius vector. Because we have given the radius 200 meters and the total displacement is the diameter. So diameter is written as 2 into radius and we have given the radius 200 meters. So 2 into 200 meters, it becomes 400 meters. So the magnitude of the displacement for each gull is 400 meters. And for gull B, the magnitude of displacement vector only for gull B, the magnitude of displacement vector is equal to the actual path length covered. Only for gull B, the magnitude of displacement vector, the magnitude of displacement vector is equal to actual path length covered. Only for gull B, the magnitude of displacement is equals to actual path length covered, and for gull and A and gull C, the magnitude of displacement is not equals to the actual path length covered. For A and C, the actual path length covered will be greater than the magnitude of displacement vector. Now the next question, question number 4.9. Question number 4.9. We have given that a cyclist travel from center O of a circular path. A cyclist travel from the circle of a center at point O. Cyclist start from the center of a circular path. The cyclist travels from center O of a circular path of radius 1 kilometer and reaches point P. After cycling, the cyclist started from point O and he reaches the point P, and the radius is given. The radius is 1 kilometer, and after cycling along 1/4 of the circumference along PQ, 1/4 part he cycling along the circumference and he covered 1/4 part. 1/4 part of the total circumference. So total circumference is divided by 4 parts. So he covers 1/4 part along the direction of PQ. He started from P, he goes to P, then he covers along the circumference the distance PQ, the path PQ, 1/4 of the circumference, and then returns to the center of the path along Q. Then he returns back to the center along the path Q. So we have to find if the total time taken is 10 minutes. Total time taken in going from O to P, then P to Q, and from Q to A is 10 minutes. So total time taken is given 10 minutes. If the total time taken is 10 minutes, calculate the net displacement. So the net displacement will be 0. Net displacement. Net displacement equals to 0 because the cyclist reaches the initial point. He started from point O and then he reaches to the point O. So the initial and final point both are 0. So the net displacement is 0. So what is the net displacement? And then we have to calculate the average velocity. So the average velocity is equals to displacement upon time. Total displacement or net displacement upon time. Since displacement is 0, so 0 divided by time, it comes to be 0. So its average velocity is 0. Now we have to calculate the third part, average speed of the cyclist. We have to calculate the average speed of the cyclist. So for finding the average speed equals to total distance traveled upon total time taken. So we calculate the distance traveled. So the distance traveled is calculated by total distance traveled in going from O to P, P to Q, and again from Q to O. So when he goes from O to P, he covers 1 kilometer distance because the radius is given 1 kilometer, and PQ is the 1/4 part of the circumference. So 1/4 part of the circumference means 2 pi r, and QO is again radius, which is 1 kilometer. So we get 1 plus 1/4 into 2 into pi into radius is 1 and plus 1. So 1 plus 1, 2, 2 are 4. 1 plus 1, 2. 2 plus pi by 2. We get the total distance 2 plus pi by 2, and the value of pi by 2. The value of pi is 3.14. In radian value we take 3.14 upon 2, taking LCM 2 into 2, 4 plus 3.14, which is 7.14 upon 2. So this is the total distance covered. So we use the formula total distance means 7.14 upon 2, and time is given in minute. We will have to convert it kilometer. So 10 by 60. So 7.14 upon 2 into 60 upon 10. We remove the decimal. So here comes 100. So 714 into 60 upon 2 into 10 into 100. 1 0 gets cancelled. 2 3 is 6. So we get 7414 into 3. 2142. 2142 upon 100, which is 21.42. 21.42 and unit kilometer per hour. So this is the average speed of the cyclist. When he has started from the center of the circular part O, he reaches to point P, and then he goes to Q, and then he returns back to point O. Now the next question which we discuss, and this is question number 4.11, 4.10. We have seen question number 4.11. This is a passenger arriving in a new town wishes to go from the station to a hotel located 10 km away on a straight road. From the station, new town wishes to go from a station to hotel. There are two places, the station and there is hotel. And a man wishes to go from a station to hotel, which is located 10 km away on a straight road. The distance of hotel from the station is 10 km on a straight road. A dishonest cabman takes him along a circuitous path 23 km long. A dishonest cabman takes a circuitous path and he reaches the hotel by covering a distance of 23 km. Not from the straight, he goes from circuitous path and he covers 23 km and reaches the hotel in 28 minutes. The time taken to reach the hotel is 28 minutes. By this path, he reaches to hotel in 28 minutes. So we have to find what is the average speed of the taxi and the magnitude of average velocity. So firstly we calculate average speed. So average speed is calculated by average speed equals to total distance travelled upon total time taken. Average speed equals to total distance upon total time taken, and the distance is given. The distance is given 23 km, and the time taken is 28 minutes. So we convert this minute into hour. So we get 23 upon 1 into 60 by 28. So 14 2 and 30, 7 2 15. So we get 23 into 15 upon 7. 23 into 15 upon 7. And this is round off 49.3, which is equals to 49.3 kilometer per hour. So this is the average speed. Now we have to calculate the magnitude of average velocity. So magnitude of average velocity is calculated by using the formula displacement upon time taken. Displacement upon time taken. So the time taken was given. The time taken was given 28 minutes. So the second part we calculate average velocity. And average velocity equals to total displacement upon time taken. So the displacement was 10 kilometers on a straight path. This was the displacement. Shortest distance between two positions is called displacement. And the time taken is 28 minutes. So 28 upon 60, we get 10 upon 1 into 60 upon 28. So 14 into 2, 5, 30 and 7. So we get 150 upon 7. 30 into 5, 150 upon 7. And this is around 21.43. 21.43 kilometer per hour. So we have to say whether they are equal or not. So magnitude of average speed is not equal to average velocity. So average speed is not equal to the average velocity. The average speed is greater than the average velocity.